Hi guys, so today I have some fun items to share with you from Diamond Press. So these items will be available on mydiamondpress.com. These items were sent free of charge for my review, and all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box are affiliate links. Again, with Diamond Press, that would be the code VCDP, which gets you your percentage off, and it'll be there in the description box. And the reason I don't say exactly how much is because I'm between 19 and 20,000 subscribers right now, and hopefully by the time you see this video, we'll be at 20. But really fun stuff that Diamond Press is bringing to their site. Again, these things will be available. What I want to work with today was the new puzzle dies, as you can see here. So we have several different ones. This one looks like a 4-inch square, but let me see if it says on here. Yep, it's a 4x4. Again, I believe it's a 4-inch square puzzle, but we will figure that out. So we have the puzzle pieces, really sweet, nice large pieces on this one. This one appears to be a 5x7. This is 4x6. There we go. Okay, 4x6. But it's, again, let me just get my ruler because maybe... Yep, 4x6. All right, there we go. And so this one has the 6 pieces. They're a little bit, different from this one here. You have an extra set down at the bottom there. And this is stuck together in one piece, so that makes it really, really handy to use. And then this set here has a smaller, very typical puzzle look. It's super cute. I love that. This one is the also 4x6 size, but it's the small pieces. So again, 4x6, but as you can see, it has the smaller pieces compared to this one here. So let me open one of these up. I think they're pretty straightforward. I mean, you can use these as little pieces, little accent pieces, cut up a whole image that you have, however you want to use them. So in saying that, I have these, obviously, that we can play with. I brought out this new set too. It's the Diamond Press Mermaid Stamp and Die, and I honestly don't know what this looks like. So let's open this up. And I think what I'm going to do is try to use one of the images from this for our project, but let's see. Mermaids, we love, oh, look at all the little dies. Oh my gosh. I'm saying like little baby talk here. Look how little and cute this is. Oh my gosh, adorable. So let's open this up. I always love their colored stamp carriers. I think that's just adorable. Just makes them look so much prettier. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it away from over here so you don't hear all that crinkling. Okay. I usually take a look at the things first, but let's look at the inspiration sheet this time around. So again, it's the stamps and dies. So we have all these little sweet mermaids. Oh, there's 3 of them. Where did I see that? Oh, there, it's right there. I had seen this one and this one, but here's the other one. Okay, so and we have the little bubbles, which is adorable. Just swimming around there, our little mermaids. And then we have some like jellyfish, some extra little cutie fish here, starfish, a couple different ways, little stars, little seashells that are adorable, and a seahorse. Aw. When you turn it over here, and it has the words "you are," and then you have "amazing," "you are fantastic," or "fantastic." I was gonna say if I says "fantastic," and I still said "fantastic." Okay, we're getting punny here. Another beautiful shell, like more of that little. I would say nautilus shape, but this is a nautilus shape, no. Anyhow, little shell. You can hear the ocean there. Look how cute, adorable. So yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is. Let me just finish showing you these things. I'm already getting ahead of myself. I want to start crafting here. We have all these sweet things here. So you are, again, with the die cut words. We have I'm really a mermaid. I'm really a mermaid. That's so sweet. The bubbles. Of course, the different stamps that go back with the dies that we just talked about. The little fin kind of splashing out of the water into the water there. Oh my gosh. So cute. Little circle there. A background, which is really fun. Oceans of love, sending you. I think we're going to get artsy, guys. We're going to get real artsy today. We have all the little fish, like a little school of fish. That's so cute. Let's celebrate. Little crab, all kinds of little extra guys. I love seaweed. I don't know why, but the little seaweed stamps are just so adorable, and they add so much to a project. So that's really cute. Sending you oceans of love. And then we have the fantastic and the mermazing, and then little bubbles you can cut out, the shapes of all the most of the different animals they have in here. So really sweet. So what I'm going to do is grab some paper. Like I said, I think what I'm going to do is make like an image or like a scene with this, cut it with one of the puzzle pieces, and then we need like a background, a card base and all that. So let me grab some papers and we'll get started. Okay, so let's get started. I have a piece of kind of nice thick stamping card here. I'm just opening up this new stamp MacLeod sent to me. It is a diamond press stamp net. It's lovely. And this is my other one that's very well loved. So I'll use that in just a minute when we get to the mixed media part. But for stamping, I'm just going to open this up. And I'm just trying to take the two layers apart. That's what I'm doing here because they're brand new, held together there. Okay. So I'm just going to build up a little scene. I'm probably not going to do much like masking or anything like that. I'm just going to stamp things in a way that looks cute, but it doesn't have to be super duper technical. And I think, oh, they're so cute. I'm kind of tending towards this little girl. I mean, we can put a couple of them on here. Let me use her. And I'll probably use the 4x4 puzzle pieces to cut the image here, the scene. So I kind of want to put her this way so that, you know, her face isn't super cut into, but maybe her little hair, so sideways like over here. So let's get some hybrid ink. Be my choice right now. Just in case I decide, you know, I don't know what I want to do. If I'm going to use water or alcohol ink markers, water-based. We can watercolor the whole thing. I think I'm going to do a mix of a couple things. So let's just stamp her. There's a little bump there. I don't want to, like over here somewhere. So sweet. I do want to make mention, these are acrylic stamps, but they, I don't know what Diamond Press makes them out of, but they always are pretty crisp to begin with. So I'll close up just a little bit since I'm a little bit out here. So we have that. And I think what I'll do is add a couple little fish here and there. And then we'll come in with some of the little doodads later, but with different colors. So for right now, I'm just stamping the things that I think I want to color with, like, again, alcoholic markers or watercolors or whatever I was going to do. Maybe a couple little fishies. Oh, so cute. And we just have a couple little guys. And I'm making a scene, so I just let him go off the side of the page there. And then maybe a few bubbles for her right now that we have this ink out. And the bubbles could be, you know, like a blue color, however you like. I'm just gonna stamp here with the black that I have. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna grab some other colors of ink that we're gonna kind of ink around this. Okay, now I'm bringing out my Well Loved Matte, and I'm just gonna put some color down on here. So I'm gonna start off with like a light blue, like this tumbled glass. And I'm not putting it everywhere, just bringing some color in. And then I have Salty Ocean, a little bit darker. Maybe we'll add some water in just a little bit. We're gonna get real artsy today. But for now, I'm just doing that. And then I have a few different greens. Oh, I hope I... Okay. Put the lids on the right way. I have peeled paint and I have mowed lawn. I don't know that I want to use either one of these really, but let me see. We'll start with peeled paint because it's a little bit lighter and brighter, just to add a different color going into this. I'll probably bring more of that blue down in here. Yeah, just like that. I don't think I'm going to bring in mowed lawn. It's very, very bright. Okay. I'm just adding a little more blue, very carefully this time, just around here and there. Cute. Okay. And I did this very lightly, but if you want to bring in like a water bottle and get a little water on here and then... Yep, I don't know where a water bottle is right now, but I'm just going to squirt a little bit of water and then just use a towel to sop it back up, and it'll leave like cute little marks in here. But I'll be right back. Here we go. I'm not going to squirt it because this is very fine, so I'm just going to do is just a little of this. Just like getting some water on this and letting that So that's what's nice about a hybrid ink, that you can wet it and you can use alcohol inks and it doesn't matter. Either one, they work both with both just as well. So I'll find a clean spot on this little guy and take some of that color back up. I think that's it. Okay, so let me grab some alcohol ink markers and we're gonna color in our image. Okay, so I have a few colors here. I think I'm gonna do her hair red, why not? You know, fun colors from Mermaids like blue and purples and all that, but I'll do red. So I have my red light, medium, and dark. So with this hair, what I'm gonna do is just follow along because it has a nice flow to it already. So I always start with the lightest color anyway, so I'm pretty much just coloring her whole head. You know, just kind of following that. And then we'll come in with the darker color. And I'm using the brush tip, but if you want to use the nib side, that might be good because it's a little smaller area. And you see I'm just putting down color. I'm not doing anything too technical here. And then I'm going to go with the dark red. Just put it in at the very root here. Just kind of following this. I'll probably end up with more dark red than this because I really want her hair to be super red. Just making sure to get under there. And we can follow it around. And again, I'm just putting a little color here and there. And I'll probably color the rest of it in, you know, off camera here because like I said, I'm not the most bestest colorer. We have a medium red. Take a little bit of that more between here. Again, you can flick it. I'm gonna go back in with the light one, and then I'll come back in usually again with, did I get the light one? Yes. The deepest color, and you can do some more flicks if you want to. And with the scales, I take it real easy, just like I do everything else. What I do is just, this isn't my first mermaid I've colored in. So again, I'll come back in with some darker red and do some more flicks at the very base, just to give it a little more depth there. You know, I haven't picked the color I want to use yet, so let me see. Teal. Let me see if teal is the color I want to use. Yeah, so let's do teal. I need to grab teal light. And the dark one, I'll grab that one in just a minute. Most of the coloring already, because that's all she has. There's a little water there. I'm going to go in with the light. And on her tail, I'll probably color the whole thing in just with the light like this. And then I would come in with the dark one. And I like to just go like right under the little scales here, right under the little scales there. And I'll just take it around just like this. Just adding a little bit of color, you know. And you can go back in with the light and blend that out. You can come in with your medium if you want to add a little bit more. Just in there. But that's just how I do it. I just adding a little bit of color. It's pretty. And then my light again. Maybe blend the whole thing out. Okay, so I'll go through and color her all in and the little fish, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm all done. So just on the black, I want to make sure you see how it has that little band and it looks kind of shiny. I just used cool gray medium and the black. So I did the cool gray medium, add a little tiny black, went real easy with the black on the very edges here and here, and then blended it back out with the cool gray. Orange, I used the medium and dark orange, just real quick because it's a very small little area, you know. And then for her skin, I did use this tri-blend in Fair Skin Blend. Okay, so what I want to do now is just add a few more little details down at the bottom, and we can just take our seaweed and just go wild with that. So let me put these, where do I want to put these over here? And so I'm just going to take, you know, we have the cute little fish. Actually, I was going to do 2 different backgrounds, so maybe I'll use that in just a minute. But we have all these different little seaweeds here that we can use in different colors. So I'm going to take that, and maybe this time I'll use the mowed lawn. Let me see what that looks like, though. I have a scrap of paper over here. Yeah, that's fine. So maybe add some here, and maybe a 2nd generation stamp there. 2nd generation means you don't dip it again. You just stamp it again and see how it gives like a ghosting. So it's not super obvious all the time. So something like that. And then I'll grab a different one here, and maybe I'll do this one more like a different green or like the blue and stamp that around, and I'll just build up a bottom scene here, and I'll be right back. So I start off with this piece of paper being like a 4.5, just over 4.5 inch or under 4.5 inch square, because when we put our die on there, some of the edge is going to get cut off and all that. So really cute. I think that's great right there. What I'm going to do is grab another piece of just the same kind of thick paper. I'm going to just do a whole background just like we did, some blue on the top, some green towards the bottom, or maybe mostly blue, I guess, actually. And then, and I'll be right back. I hope you can see I just made another background. Same thing, just put blue down. I did add a little green, why not, just to bring that green back in. And I think since this is going to be the background, what my idea is to cut this out with the puzzle pieces and just have that kind of layered over this. I think everything in here should maybe be like black, because it's like the background. But, maybe not these guys. Well, maybe, yeah, I think I'll do them in black, but just not super, like, dark. Let me see. Maybe I can use black soot. Let me see what this looks like. Yeah, black soot. Especially this kind of thing, maybe just like a little something here and there. So you have some little fishes. And, you know, we have all these seaweeds I think I'm going to put here and there. We have other little fish we can stamp. We have stuff that we can just get artsy with, like this background right here. The little scales. And that, I think, would be prettier if it was more faded out. So I'm not going to do black on that. But I will do... let's try Salty Ocean. This is where we're getting messy. Here and there, just a little something. Okay, I'll just continue doing that, just kind of overlapping and just having fun with it, okay? And I'll be back. Okay. So I know a lot of this background's going to be showing because quite a bit's going to be covered up with our pieces. But I did want to show you, after I was stamping, I just took it in my hand better, dipped it, and just went like this, made it a little more organic than having it on a block, which is really fun to do. And our little fish, you know, they can go this way and they can go this way. So I had them going different ways. And then I used the little bubbles. So let me clean up, get a card base, and we'll finish up. So I have a card base here. This is cut from an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, but to make a 5 by 7 card base, because I want to mount the little 4 by 4 on there, you need a piece of paper cut from that 8.5 by 11, cut at 7 inches by 10, right? And then we scored it at 5. So we have our card base here. And I'm just going to pop this on for now, and I guess I'll use a wet glue. I did want to get it going, but that's okay. We'll just use a wet glue. And then I'm going to cut out our puzzle pieces, I think out of that same paper, the black background, and maybe do a drop shadow. I don't know. We'll see. That's what I'm wanting to do. So we have this pretty little background. And I always like to keep like some weight on it or something while I'm working on the next thing. So I'll hopefully, there we go. And on this guy, let's get our 4 by 4. And you can make it look more like puzzle if you wanted. I would say cut like a couple layers of craft cardstock or something that's really thin. Like even like this board that's on here, the carrier sheet, that's a nice weight to go through the marquee. And so yeah, so I'm just gonna take this, and then, you know, I think it's the same all around. So I'm just gonna eyeball where I want this. Like I said, I didn't want to cut her face too much, so let's go like here. I'm gonna run that through the marquee. Of course, we're gonna tape it down so it doesn't move. And I'm gonna put the tape more out towards the area that I'm not keeping, because that way if it sticks, it'll tear that and not my cute little image here. So I'm going to run this through, and then I'm also going to run it through again in just some black paper, and I'll be right back. I mentioned this before, look how cute. As much, when you put something in here that has a really straight edge that almost takes up the whole folder, what you want to do is angle it just so you get a nice cut. So you don't have a speed bump, if you will. So let's say I put this on here. Okay, I'm going to trim, well, I don't have to trim it down. Well, you know I will, because I want to angle it. So you see how it's a big straight line, and a lot of die cutting machines, they hit that line and they go boom, and then sometimes they'll bump over it. So what I like to do is just angle just a little bit, as much as you can angle it, and it still fits in the folder. Hopefully you can kind of see it's kind of going this way a little bit. And that way when you run it through, you will avoid that little bump. And then, yeah, so I will get this cut down. How cute. And while I'm doing this, you know, a lot of people ask, and I get this question pretty much in every video, if you can use these dies in other die cutting machines. Any die cutting machine that cuts a thin metal die will cut any brand thin metal dies, so you don't have to have a specific machine for a specific company for that to work. So I was just debating if I'm just going to layer them up together. And this is how I choose to do it. If you want to glue this together with like Xyron or something like that and then cut them out, that's up to you. I just don't want to take the time to do that. I think it's just easy enough to glue it like this. But maybe with a smaller piece, like this one that has the smaller pieces, I would do something like that, just so that when it cuts, it's all ready to go. But I like this. And I was going to drop shadow it, perhaps. So we'll see. But let me bring my card base back. Let me think about how I want to do this, and I'll be right back. So I think I'm going to do the drop shadow. So that means I'm going to attach them like this. When you're drop shadowing, you pretty much want to do it the same way every time. So like if this is up left, you see the one in the back is up and to the left, then do all of them up and to the left, you know? Or just choose whatever it is that you want to do, whatever looks best for your project, for your drop shadowing. And maybe it's down. Actually, I think it's going to be down. Like this. It'll be better. That's what I'm going to do. So down and to the right is what I'm going to end up doing. And I'm going to stick them all together like that. So down and to the right, just like this. And just glue them, you know, like you glue any other project. How cute is that? You know, and this is what's funny, because people always ask like how I do this. I was just going to put these pieces together and then just maybe pop up one of the pieces or have one piece kind of out of place. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, it's kind of fun to have it all kind of almost coming together, but not quite. So that's what I'm going to do. So and just play with it and see what you think looks best. So I'm going to glue them all like this to the right and lower in the back, and I'll be right back. So I'm just arranging this. I think this is how I'm going to glue these down. Again, if you want dimension on all of them, you know, go for it, but I'm just going to glue them down. And then that her little face one I'm going to pop up. Like that. I'm not quite pushing it down yet because I want to get this one under there a little bit. I'm just looking at it and just seeing what looks fun, you know. So cute. And then I'll use some 3D glue gel for that last piece. Like that. And then this last one I'll pop up a little bit. And then I'm going to grab something for a sentiment, and we'll have our sweet little card done. It's so funny, in my mind I was like, okay, I'm going to use ethereal colors and kind of light, and it came out very blue and green and pretty. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. I always just like to play around and see what happens. So I'm going to pop this one up a little bit, just so that she's like the focal point there, so you can see. All right, let me grab a sentiment, or what I want to do for the sentiment. I'll be right back. The words "you are" somewhere on here, but I have the Mermazing, and I just have it with this Centura pearl paper. I'll roll that through. And I'm just debating how I want to stamp the "you are" part. But let's see here. So pretty, so delicate. Oh, so pretty. Again, we can drop shadow this too. You know what? I think I'll do that. I'm always a drop shadow. So I'm going to run this through in black also, and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna stick these together. Yeah, this back of the hand trick would be good, but I think it's pretty thick enough I can just put the glue right on the back here. And so this one's gonna be a little bit tricky because it's very thin. So I'm gonna start with like this one here with the M, kind of meet that up, and then just keep meeting it up little by little as I go. Okay, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at this and seeing where I want to put my UR. I think I'm just gonna stamp it here. You are. Aw, and then I'll glue down the Mermaids. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Dime Press, for sending these items from our review. We got real artsy today. I hope you guys like that. Really fun sets to work with. You know, if you want to cut up pictures in a puzzle way, or just colors, or like I said, just put little puzzle pieces here and there, like a little artsy feel on cards, on mixed media projects. I think that's really, really fun. So thanks for watching, guys. Again, the links will not be there yet for these exact products, but they will be available on the 10th. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.